dear friends, to another episode of Inner Fables of Calm. My name's Nicole and I'm from Inner Self-Care, and I'm your guide today for another journey through our meditative fables. I'm really excited to bring to you today the story of the Selfish Giant by Oscar Wilde. I've chosen this one today because it's one of my favourite stories from school. In fact, we did a school play when I was in junior school, and I was the narrator of that play. And I thought I'd bring it to you today because it's a beautiful story, but also it's something that we can learn from. It has themes of transformation, comparison, and the sacred dance of the seasons. Before we journey through the giant's garden, let's retreat into a sanctuary of peace within ourselves. Find a comfortable position. Feel the earth support you and gently close your eyes. Inhale deeply, welcoming a sense of calm, and exhale, releasing the barriers around your heart. With each breath, imagine the walls you've built, not of stone, but of air, dissolving effortlessly. Allow yourself to be open, receptive, and free, just as nature intends. Now, in the heart of our calm, let's step into the world of the selfish giant. Once there was a beautiful garden that belonged to a giant. It was a place of enchantment with soft green grass, fruit trees that bore jewels for fruits, and birds that sang to their heart's content, supporting the flowers to bloom. But the giant, returning after 7 years, drove away the children that played in the beautiful garden, declaring, "My garden is my own garden." And he built a wall all around the garden, so high that none of the children could enter. Winter seized the garden, for without the children, spring would not come. Snow covered the grass, frost painted the trees silver, and the north wind roared in dominance. The garden was trapped in an ongoing winter. As the giant wondered why spring refused to return, he continued to wonder and wonder for many years. Then one morning, the giant heard a beautiful melody, sweeter than any he had known, the song of a little linnet. Spring had finally returned, for through a small hole in the wall, the children had crept back into the garden. Everywhere they played, the trees blossomed and the grass grew green, but one corner remained in winter's grasp, where a little boy cried, unable to reach the branches of the tree he stood under. The giant's heart melted at the sight. Realising his selfishness, he decided to knock down the wall and let the children play forever in the garden. He helped the little boy in the tree which blossomed instantly. The children, upon seeing the giant's change of heart, rushed back, and the garden was a paradise once more. But the little boy the giant had helped was nowhere to be seen. Years passed, and the giant grew very old and feeble. One morning he saw a marvellous sight. The tree in the farthest corner of the garden was golden and covered with beautiful white blossom. Under it stood the little boy he had helped. Overjoyed, the giant ran out, only to find the boy bearing the marks of stigmata. The little boy said, "You let me play once in your garden. Today you shall come with me to my garden, which is paradise." And when the children ran into the garden that afternoon, they found the giant lying dead under the tree, all covered with white blossom. The selfish giant had found his spring at last in the internal garden of paradise. Through the simple act of kindness, as a tale of the selfish giant settles in our hearts, let's embark on a journey within, guided by the newfound warmth of the giant's transformed spirit. Close your eyes once more. Breathe deeply and envision yourself standing before a vast, beautiful garden. This is the garden of your soul, unique and reflective of your essence. Notice the walls that encircle this garden. What are they made of? Are they tall and imposing, built from fears, doubts, and past hurts? Or have they begun to crumble, allowing light and love to seep through? Take a moment to walk around these walls, touching their surface, feeling their texture. Now, find a place where the wall hasn't weakened, and with a gentle push, create an opening. As you do, watch as the season within your garden begins to shift. Where there was once cold, an unyielding winter, now the soft embrace of spring. Flowers bloom under your feet. Trees heavy with leaves whisper your name. And the air fills with the melody of bird songs. This is the power of letting go, of opening your heart to the beauty of change. In the centre of your garden stands a tree, its branches reaching out to you. Beneath it, see a child, the embodiment of your innermost innocence and joy, your inner child. Approach this child. What message do they have for you? What part of your needs nurturing to bloom fully into the spring of your life? As you listen to the child, realise that this garden, your soul's garden, thrives on openness, love, and the joyous laughter of shared moments. The walls you built served their purpose, but now they have gone away to a boundless sky, inviting you to live fully, to love freely, and to embrace the seasons of life with a heart as open as the giant's garden. Now take a deep breath, filling your lungs with the fresh fragrance air of your garden. Let this feeling of renewal, of endless possibility wash over you. When you're ready, gently open your eyes, bringing back with you the lessons of the garden, ready to let your heart bloom like never before. As we gently emerge from the garden of our meditation, let's carry forward the seeds of understanding sown by our journey with the selfish giant. Here are some reflections to ponder over the days ahead. The power of transformation. Just as the giant's heart softened, allowing his eternal winter to melt into spring, remember that it's never too late to change. This week, reflect on areas of your life where you've built walls. perhaps out of fear, pain, or misunderstandings. Consider what steps you can take, however small, towards initiating your own transformation. And the importance of being open. The giant's garden flourished only when he opened it to others, particularly the innocence and joy of children. This week, challenge yourself to open your heart a little more, to share your garden with others. Whether it's reconnecting with someone, offering your help, or simply sharing a moment of joy, let the walls you've built around your heart soften. Remember to be kind and have compassion. The moment of kindness between the giant and the little boy was the key to the gardens and the giant's rebirth. As you move through your week, look for opportunities to show kindness. Even in small ways, remember, acts of kindness often plant the seeds for a profound change, both in ourselves and in others. The beauty of seasons, just as the giant's garden experienced the harshness of winter and the rebirth of spring. Our lives are marked by seasons of challenge and growth. Embrace the season you're in, knowing that each season brings its own lessons and opportunities for growth. Reflect on what this season is teaching you and how you might grow from it. And the gift of second chances. The giant received a second chance to enjoy the beauty of his garden and the company of the children. Recognise that life is full of second chances. It's never too late to mend a bridge, change a path, or make a different choice. Reflect on the areas where you might seek or offer a second chance this week. And as we close today's episode, I invite you to hold these reflections close to your heart. May they be like gentle rain on the garden of your soul, nurturing growth and blooming in unexpected ways. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this fable, and as always, if you did, please share. And until next time, please take care. May your heart be open as the giant's garden, and may you find your own spring.